Hello and welcome back to my Digimon World one part series. We are going to do part 3 today. In the last episode we ended up getting Greymon, which is what I planned on doing, so I'm happy about that. In this part I'm going to focus on training Greymon, learning new battle techniques and just recruiting the easy Digimon for now. Just because to get into anything further, it's going to take a little bit more time as we have to unlock other areas, which I'll go through in the next part. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to deposit our items from the last episode of recruiting Palmon, Kunemon and Coelamon. We ended up getting a MP chip, so I always like to deposit them into the bank because you don't need them during battle or during adventuring, let's call it. So you deposit them and you save it up for end game basically. You can get 4 or 5 of each chip for end game. You know, you're going to be able to get an ultimate level Digimon with at least like 600-700 in each stat without even trying. Just collect our meat for the day, do our daily collections, etc. And then we'll get on our way. First port of call is going to be learning the technique called Magma Bomb. You get this from Gaburimon, which are planted all over the island, so it's never hard to find them. But to start off with, I'm going to go to the drill tunnel, which is also going to be part of the next part. I'm not going to reveal why, because it'll be a walkthrough. Magma Bomb is the easiest and most powerfulest technique to get at this point in the game, because you don't have to travel far to get it, and you don't need to be extremely powerful to defeat the Digimon to learn it. So here we go, this is Drill Tunnel, and then we go. I don't think we're going to get this Greymon into the ultimate level, so don't be expecting that. That will be coming from our maybe second to third Digimon that passes through. So all you do is you fight a Gaburimon like this. As you can see, we've got quite high stats compared to him. You know, he's only got 600 health. We've got double that. He's done about the same damage, but that's because we've only got the ability Spitfire, which is one of the weakest moves in the game. So what you need to look out for is, you see how the Gaburimon keeps using Spitfire himself? Wait till he uses the move Magma Bomb, because you can't learn it unless they actually use it against you. So it's a bit of a pain sometimes, because there's certain moves in the game that you can only get from boss Digimon, and if you kill it before they've used it, you basically ruin your chances of ever learning it. The only other way of learning battle techniques without fighting is you training in brains, but that's not guaranteed. It's basically pure luck. Great, he needs a toilet. All I did there was I tried using save states to learn the battle technique, but because our brains were so low, it was taking too long. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to train Greymon up to 300 brains. And he wants to go to sleep there, so I'll let him go to sleep. But if we train his brains up higher, it makes it easier to learn battle techniques from battle. So I'm going to train his brains up to 300, which is a requirement for Metal Greymon. Doesn't mean we're going to get him though, so like I said, don't get your hopes up. It's funny because at 252 brains, he by pure luck learned the move Heat Laser, which is quite a good move because it's an AoE attack. So if I'm facing 3 Digimon, you'll use them and it'll hit all 3 of them basically if they don't block it. And we got his brains up to 300 there, and basically we learned 2 new orders, which was Get Back and I think it was Change Target. Basically what that means is he'll keep his distance if he knows Digimon uses a short distance technique, and say we're facing 3 Digimon, we can change target. That simple. All I'm doing now is, because I'm going to go and learn the Magma Bomb, because we've got 300 Bairns, so I'm buying loads of MP floppies and SM recoveries and meat, so that we've got everything we need while we're away from the city. Later on in the game, money won't be a problem because you'll be getting more and more of it as you do more and more battles. This is the area that I recommend learning the move Magma Bomb. Once you've trained significantly enough to be able to do that, there you go. You just saw the move Heat Laser from that battle, and it hit all three of them, and it actually gives off a virus status. I think it's virus anyway, which causes them to turn into them little white things that do hardly any damage. And there it goes again. So it's doing about 100 damage to each of them, which is the equivalent of 300 to one target in my eyes. Obviously I'm going to make sure that he recovers. But that there, you see that little orange ball that hit Greymon? That is the move Magma Bomb, which we want. So we'll just keep doing this and annihilating them. The most powerful move in the game comes from, what's it called? Machine Digimon. At least that's what I've heard. I've never personally learned it because I've always done quite well with the move Magma Bomb. There we go, we just used our finishing move on him to wipe him out. I think this fight we don't learn it from. We'll have a find out now. It says Gaburimon drops me. No, so we didn't learn the move there, which is a pain. But from this fight here, I use save states to basically keep doing the battle until we learn it. We did learn it, so I'll show you what it looks like. Well, not what it looks like, but the stats of it after we feed him, because he's complaining to be fed. So giant meat. And then you go to techniques, and there you can see the move Magma Bomb has a power of 280, so it's 3 to 4 times stronger than Heat Laser and Spitfire, so it's going to be doing 300 to 400 damage per single target. And it also has the status effect Confuse, which causes them to run around wildly not knowing what they're doing. So it's a two-way thing that kind of gives you a good advantage. I decided next we was going to go and learn the move Dynamite Kick, but if I'm right, I got along and the Digimon we need to fight don't arrive till late afternoon, so I'm thinking of squeezing that into the next part. Yeah, and I was right, the Penguin Mon are there, so you can't learn anything from them, with Greymon anyway. So I decided next we was going to go to the next area, but we can't do that yet because we need to go and speak to, is it Yurimon, the little white floating ball Digimon. There in that tree. Later on in the game you will find Piximon, the ultimate level Digimon, who will kick your ass unless you've got your own ultimate Digimon with quite high stats. So just before we go back to the city, we are going to recruit a Digimon. That Digimon is up here in the Mangrove region. All you do is you literally just go straight up, straight north, and you'll see Betamon just stood there. Don't get confused because it does look like the Meta Betamon. It's like a slightly darker green for his body, but he doesn't fight you. All you do is talk to him and he'll literally join the city. So there we go. So what we'll do now is we'll go back to the city. There we are. Don't you just love the ability to pause recording? And as you can see, he's round the back here and he upgrades the shop, which means we actually have more items available to buy. We've got small and medium recoveries now, standard MP floppies, various autopilots, which will come handy later on in the game, because basically once you get too far away from the city, rather than walking all the way back with, like say, a Digimon that needs scrap, you can just use that and it'll instantly teleport you back to the city. So Yurimon there, just explained, there's rumours of an invisible bridge in the Great Canyon area, which is just north of here. So this is back to the tropical jungle where we just came from. So all you do is you go north. You keep going north. I end up finding these here, thinking we can learn a technique from them, but you can't. It's not the right ones. So I'll just wipe these out, and there it is. I get 400 bits from it and an MP floppy. So most Digimon in the game actually do drop items, so it can be worth fighting them, because you'll get bits for it and items for it. And there he is again, needing a crap. So nearest toilet's there. It's also handy to know where the nearest toilets are just in case, because it's quite hard to navigate the toilets early on in the game. So we need to go to the Great Canyon top area. To get that way we need to go this way. Make sure you go straight left when you go there and then right, because they just charge at you like maniacs. The move Heat Laser that we've learnt, if you don't learn it from Brains, you actually have to fight them Dark Rising to learn it, which luckily we learn it from Brains, so we don't need to. Collect this mushroom, and then you may see there's like a little rectangular like cutout in the floor. That is the invisible bridge. You won't be able to walk over it unless you speak to Euramon and she speaks to you about it. Now the reason I've decided to come this way so early on in the game is because there's a battle that Greymon can use, which is an air technique that you learn from Sand Yamnamon, which are this way. Unfortunately, when I get there, as you'll probably see, I get my ass handed to me. So I use my save state to stop Greymon dying. Basically, he uses a tornado technique, and it hits Greymon for 800 damage in it, and it's like half his health, so 2 hits and he's dead basically. So I shit myself basically and decided to escape. But that is a Sound Yamnamon there. It is one of the most powerful moves in the game. That where it glitched there, it's not glitch, it's a save state because I backed out of the battle. But basically, when we get a chance to learn that, it's one of the most powerful moves in the game, alongside with there's another move that you learn from Soulmon in the Overdell, which I learned with a Bakemon, and trust me, Bakemon are to not be underestimated. Anyway, there's only going to be about 10 seconds left of this video, so I hope you enjoyed this part, learnt a lot about what sort of moves you should be learning for the start of the game, and I'll catch you in the next part. Jesse out.